This is for setting up the spin doctor in the vertical position. First are all of the parts that you will need. There are parts included for both the vertical and horizontal arrangements in the kit already. We'll give you a short video from start to finish showing you the entire process, then we'll return giving you each step-by-step instructions. This is for the vertical position. You will need 5 legs, bolts, nuts, and washers. Putting them through the red cap. First, you'll be applying thread locker to each of the bolts, inserting them in with the hex head in the inside of the red cap, coming out through the bottom of the leg. Then, while holding the bolt with your finger, you'll insert the leg, and it will then pop through the hole. You'll then apply the lock washer, and then the nut, being sure that there is thread locker on the bolt while tightening. You'll do this to all 5 legs. After they're finger tightened, you'll return back with a wrench to make sure that they are securely tightened. This should be firm, but not over tightened so that it does not strip inside the plastic hub. Step 2, applying thread locker to the shaft. You'll need the thread locker once again and the 3 sections of the shaft. We'll begin by putting thread locker on the M8 screw and washer for the bottom end of the shaft. Make sure that you apply thread locker to both pieces, securely fastening and making sure it's wiped clean. This is step 3 of the assembly. You'll need both the leg assembly and the shaft assembly. Putting the shaft through the bottom of the leg assembly all the way so that it is secured by the end of the washer. You'll then need the cap assembly, which has the bearing facing outward towards the bottom of the ground with the notch facing upward. You'll then put your filter on the shaft. Some filters may have a center brace, making sure that the shaft does come through the center brace. You'll then take the second cap assembly, putting the notch in first with the bearings facing upward. You'll then need the spacer, which is black. Sliding that all the way on, you'll then need the collar, putting the collar on the shaft and securely tightening it. That will prevent the cap from separating from the filter during operation. Put it back to the vertical position after tightening down, and it should spin freely on the shaft. Step 4, how to use. You'll begin by attaching the jet nozzle to the end of a garden hose. You can then spin it left and right to adjust the beam of the water spray. You want it to be a tight beam. Once you have that set, you'll begin at the top of the filter and going downward slowly as you'll begin to see the dirt being removed. Once you get to the bottom, you're going to change directions and slowly going upward. By then you should have a clean filter. Please note, if your filter does wobble, you can always put a weight on the bottom legs or a brick to keep it stable.